This next piece, I don't really read this one too often. It's called Human. When I think about my dad as a father, as an adult, I think, wow, he was just a person like everybody else, you know? And as kids, we have these grand expectations of our parents, and sometimes we forget that they really are just people trying to figure it out just like everybody else. So this is called Human. I am human. I get super tired, I get unexplainably annoyed, I get both headaches and heartaches, I get anxious and afraid of the unknown, and sometimes everything seems to be the unknown. Sometimes I isolate myself and live in an uncomfortable state of loneliness. Sometimes I pretend like there are no monsters under my bed. Sometimes I ignore the fact that I am the voice of doubt in my head. Sometimes I kind of want to give up, cheaply convincing myself that trying less will lead to failing less. Sometimes I need a minute or a month just to breathe. Sometimes even more time. I need more time. I am human. I get loud when it's time to be quiet. I laugh when it's time to cry. I think I know everything. I mean, obviously I know everything. I get unexpectedly sick. I get uncontrollably passionate. I put myself out there day after day and after day. And sometimes I'm greeted with applause and appreciation, while other times I'm met with hate. Enough hate to drown in. I get to decide if I should sink or swim, and I always swim. Sometimes I enter spaces to bless or be blessed. Sometimes my name was trampled on long before I talked myself into showing face in the first place. Sometimes the trauma life has gifted me clouds my judgment and skews my identity, but either way, I get up. I talk to God as I get out of bed. I talk to myself as I head to work, thankful for another day to bear my soul. I fight and speak and rhyme for change. I advocate for those whose voices are lost or muted. I rip off my own bandages to cover the scars of those I fight for, those I believe for. I keep my eyes open to witness the manifestations of my dreams. I get to be free. I get to be proud of who I am, a bold, black, bright queen. For if I never become the ideal version of me, I will at least now and forever be human. Thank you. Do you want to hear another one?
Yeah.
Okay. This one was actually requested, so I have to say it. This poem is called An Open Letter to a Son. It was written for one of my friends to describe his relationship with his son and his relationship with his dad. And yeah, someone in this room asked me to say this poem, so I'm going to. I never really had a dad. I had an idea of a man that I was never able to confront, a bunch of tales in my head and the choice to believe each one. I navigated life never looking into the eyes of the man that made me next up to share his bloodline. I taught myself how to shave by cutting up my face. I taught myself how to hop by getting caught when the gate. I learned to ride a bike, trial and error, scrape my knees until they bleed, but I kept going because it made me feel free. I learned to play the hand that was dealt to me. And by God's favor, I was trusted and blessed with the king, and suddenly I closed my eyes and all the nightmares would subside, as the pain from my lessons scattered to the skies. It's like just the news of you brought me right back to life. And then my focus became your future, wondering what you'd be like, will you look like me? Will you have big brown eyes, a bold, hearty laugh, a strong, loud cry? Will you want me to check for monsters before you go to bed at night? And in the times of darkness, will you let me be your light? Because I will be all of that, son. I promise you I can. I'll give you peace. I'll show you grace. I'll set the standard of a man. I'll make you proud. And like a tree, you'll be rooted in love and truth. So when the world shows you its ugliness, it won't make or break or change you. And trust me, son, it will. It's one of my biggest fears. Unfortunately, it's not always safe for little black boys here. I'll give my very last breath if it means protecting you, but I can't lie. I'm kind of nervous. Trayvon had a good dad, too. And I know the day I explain it to you, you'll lose a little of your youth. I dread the day you learn how some people in the world might view you. Or when you encounter the police, you must stay calm and don't move. Keep your hands on 10 and 2. Keep your hands on 10 and 2. I will beg you not to forget. Plant a seed inside your head, because if something happens to you, my son, I don't think I can heal from that. My son. I really love the way that sounds, and when I think of you, my son, I love the way my heart smiles. I can't promise you perfection, but I promise to stick around. You couldn't get rid of me if you wanted to. I will always hold you down. I'll keep my word to you, my son, and on that you can depend. I'll be your shepherd, be your teammate, be your teacher, be your friend. I'll make sure you know the importance of your character within, and that how you play the game is just as valuable as a win. You'll know that you are royalty. You'll be all you wish to be, never